What is up, YouTube? Thrift School over here, and I had a great question on my last video asking me, you can see all these, where am I pointing? That way. It's hard to do on camera. There we go, right there. Right over there, I got a whole bunch of shirts. I have some shirts hanging right there. This is stuff I have selling on eBay, and the question was, how do I store my stuff? How do I package my stuff? When I take my pictures, do I hang everything up on racks? Do I put it into bins? Do I polybag it? What do I do? And I've had this question a few times. I figure, hey, might as well make a video, show you guys exactly how I do it. It's super easy. This is great for an eBay store that has, you know, a few hundred pieces of clothing. If you start to get anything more than that, maybe you want a different method. If you have thousands of pieces of clothing, you might want to be a little more organized, but this works perfectly for me. If you have 10 pieces of clothing, or if you have 200 pieces of clothing, I think I have close to 300, then it's very easy to find clothes this way, and I just want to show you guys exactly how I do it, give you guys a tip, and yeah, let's go. So right now I have my mannequin just hanging out right here. I haven't taken any pictures on him over here because that background is horrible. So I am going to be moving him over here to a white background, but I have a whole bunch of boxes that I need to get through. I gotta start organizing some stuff here, so I haven't been able to take any eBay pictures lately. It's a good thing I have a backlog. But so what I'll do is I'll throw my shirt on there. Let's just grab a random shirt. I have a pile of shirts right here that we can just choose from. And boom, here's the first shirt we got. It's a Wrangler rugged wear, just a nice flannel, right? I actually got this shirt for free. I got all these shirts for free. That was pretty awesome. That was a great find. But, you know, this is like a $15, $18 shirt maybe over on eBay. Nothing too great, but still I got a whole bunch of them for free. So what I'll do is I'll hang them up on there, take the picture, the front, the back, a close-up of the tag. And once I take it off, I'll start the listing process over on eBay. Alright, so when I'm done with eBay, when I'm done doing my entire listing with the shirt, I will fold it up and I will place it inside of a clear poly bag. Now, this shirt weighs just under a pound, I'd say, maybe 14 to 15 ounces. So that means I'd be shipping it first class mail. So I want to stick it in a poly bag so I know to put it into another poly bag to ship. Let me just show you guys exactly what I mean. Alright, so what we have right here is the poly bag. It's just a clear bag with a self-adhesive strip, and I use these. You got to make sure that they come with this suffocation warning on it. There it is, printed on that side. So you need to make sure you have that. You don't want to be liable if a kid or if somebody gets their head stuck in here and suffocates. Amazon, if you're selling on Amazon, they require this. eBay, I don't think they require it, but I like to use it anyways. I use the same bags for eBay as I do Amazon. So let's put this shirt in this bag and I'll show you how nice it fits. Alright, so we have our shirt. It is all folded up. It's looking pretty. I have this area right here. I do not have a table yet to be prepping on, so it is kind of a pain to package and ship things at the moment, but bear with me. So what I'll do is I'll just take it, fold it up, slide it inside of this poly bag right here, make sure it fits nicely. Alright, now it's all in there beautifully, which is exactly what we want. We will close up the adhesive strip. And there we go. And that's exactly how the customer will get it. It looks beautiful in there. It looks extremely presentable. And I do have a dog who sheds. If you guys have animals that shed and they may come in and out of your workspace every once in a while, you do not want to get hair on the clothing. You don't know who's allergic to animals. And also, it just looks dirty and bad. So after it's packaged like this, I will take it and I will bring it over to a bin. So I have a whole bunch of bins here. You can see they're labeled D1, K1, L1, I1. They are A through whatever I got them up to. They're a little mixed up at the moment, but that doesn't really matter because I only have, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So really not too many of them. Clearly everything needs to be more organized in here, but this is just, you know, I'm showing you the logistics of it, how it is. You know, these shelves I picked up at, I believe, Home Depot or eBay. I can't remember where I got them, to be completely honest, but they were pretty cheap, $20 to $25 each, and they hold a good amount of bins on them. So what I will do is I will take the shirt, place it in its respective bin, K1, and I will label this over on eBay. Let me show you exactly where you do that because it makes it so much easier to find the item. So here we are at the computer. You guys can see the background of my eBay. You guys can see all my listings right here, and I'm running a big sale right now, about 33% off, just to drum up some clothing sales. Clothing sales have been extremely slow for me lately, so I am trying to boost those things up, and I have been getting a few good sales in, but it's a shame because some of these items are going for a lot cheaper than I had anticipated. But you can see all these items right here, and there's a custom label filter or box right here, and it shows N1 for all of these, J1 for all of these, G1, F1, and those they correlate with the bins back there. So we're gonna click on a random one. I'll show you guys exactly how I do this. It's super easy. We're gonna revise this listing, and it's just gonna bring you right in to how you would normally be listing the item. So you can see the title, the pictures, all of that. Now right underneath the title you have subtitle and then custom label, SKU for SKU. You just type in your information right there, G1, A1, whatever the bin number is, so you always know where it is. Now when the item sells, it'll show you this custom SKU right next to the item so you know exactly where to pull it. Let me show you guys that right now. Alright, so here we are in my sales. I had 2 sales last night, and one sold for $30.12, the other sold for $26.79, and you can see one of them right here, the North Face, doesn't have a custom label, which means it's in one of these bins back here because I haven't finished transferring everything over to this new system that I've been doing. But right here you can see that the vintage Rockmount Ranch wear shirt is in B1, so it's gonna be super easy to find. I just go right over to B1, go in that bin, flip through it, and I'll see the shirt. It's bright red, probably the only bright red thing in that bin, and so it's gonna be super easy to find just from my eye, you know? So that's how I do it. It's pretty darn easy. It's pretty intuitive. I highly recommend doing it this way because it makes finding items way faster and it takes almost no extra time. Now the polybagging, that is up to you. That's up to your discretion if you feel that you need to have an extra layer of protection. After I polybag those into the clear bags, I have this right here, which is just the regular gray poly bags that I buy in bulk right on Amazon. I buy those poly bags right on Amazon. I do have affiliate links down below, shameless plug, but I do use those and they work perfectly for me, never had an issue with them. And I also use those same things for shipping off items to Amazon that might need to be polybagged, such as stuffed animals and toys and just things that are exposed to the elements that you don't want to be exposed to the elements. Super helpful. But that's exactly how I, prep and list all of my eBay items, how I package it for storing, and how I'm easily able to find it. It makes my life way easier. It would make your life way easier. Instead of just hanging everything up on racks, which I see all the time, it could get very, very confusing trying to find the item. Now there is a caveat to this. I do hang stuff up on racks because a lot of coats and jackets do not fit into these smaller poly bags and they would take up an insane amount of space in these bins. So I have giant starter jackets and stuff hanging in the closet right now, and that kind of stuff I have to hang up because it would take up way too much space in the bins. But since I don't have too many of those items, it still makes it very easy to find. So you gotta go with the ebbs and flows and find what works for you, but this is what works for me. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School signing out. See ya. Alright guys, quick bonus content here. I wanted to show you that I also use these exact same poly bags, except look how small they are. They're little baby poly bags. And these are perfect for CDs and DVDs and all that stuff. If I could get it, it'll be very hard to do one-handed. Let me set up the camera. So yeah, I mean, it works perfectly. You can see this will slide right in here very nicely. And this is great for Amazon. This is also great for eBay. If you're selling CDs on eBay, if you're selling DVDs on eBay, I sell a lot of DVDs on eBay. It just helps the professionalism factor. And look at that. How clean is that? Now for eBay, I would make this flip over on the other side so they could see the front, but on Amazon, I have to flip this adhesive down on the front so I could stick my label right over here. And another great thing, guys, if you're selling video games that are worth some good money, you want to use these kind of poly bags over them. especially for Amazon, because if you're going to be putting a label on the back of a box, sometimes they don't come off and you leave paper residue, and I've actually had returns because of it. Hardcore collectors, if they're spending a lot of money, they want something that is in pristine condition. If you say it's in very good condition, it better be in very good condition. Having a sticker over it does not make it any less, does not make it still very good condition. It really deteriorates the value. So I just wanted to throw this in there, guys. You could get these poly bags for CDs, DVDs. I have them for records, for vinyl records. They work amazingly, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Remember to give it that thumbs up, and that helps me a lot. Cool. Thanks, guys. See ya.